it up.
Here we are again on our following up with what's going on, because there's a lot of drama going on out there, out in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Riyadh season is back, first one of the year. Man, and it is packed. Unlike the one that ended last year with the Fury, basically just had the Fury card to look forward to. I mean, the Fury fight to look forward to.
Man, people getting sick too much.
You ain't lying.
You think it's
jet lag?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's jet lag. Maybe they're just scared shitless. I don't know. That's my opinion. I think a lot of the travel, you could get sick traveling.
I believe that. Yeah.
I think at this level,
you got to be prepared for
you
anything.
got to be prepared.
You don't think it's something to do with, a lot of these people are coming from cold climate and they're going out to the Middle East where it's warm?
I don't know. Is it warm in the Middle East right now? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, see, I don't know shit about climate.
I don't remember when you were out there.
I don't remember. I think it was nice. But I don't know if we came from cold or if we came from hot. But the weather here has been going crazy. Like, this morning was 26 degrees.
Yeah. Crazy.
So that could be.
And it's happened to me before, believe it or not, where I came from visiting my wife. We went to Bogota. Nothing crazy cold, but I was living in the Virgin Islands for 2 years. 90 degrees, 85 degrees, and then I went to some 50-degree weather with some cold chills. I came back. That next day I caught a fever.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm crazy thinking like, what in the hell is going on? Now we got what? Shakur Stevens is not fighting.
He's fighting. He got a replacement last minute. He got a guy. I forgot his name, but it's Josh Padley. Here we go. Yeah, and if I read right, the guy just finished his work shift, hop on a plane, and let's do it. Hey, much respect to him, because man, when the door, come knocking on your door, it's either yes or no. You gonna take it?
Well, that's why they say stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And this is a perfect example of being ready. Josh Padley, his name is? Mm-hmm. Padley, good job of staying ready now. You got a tough task in front of you. But who knows? Boxing is one of those funny sports. Mm-hmm. Anything could happen. One punch could change the dynamics of the fight.
Very true.
And shit, Padley ended up being world champion. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be something, and also be more than likely beginning of the year, upset of the year.
Yeah.
That would be wild. Yeah, and then, man,
I'm gonna take Shakur Stevens.
I am too. I'm still gonna take him, and then hopefully we get that big fight with him later on.
I don't think that fight's gonna happen.
You don't think they'll go back into
unless they pay him $30 million a piece? I'd take it for 10. I'd take it for 5.
Just get me in the stadium. I'm happy.
Let's hit that. Let's hit that. We on Facebook too, so
we everywhere.
Look, this is going to be this is some of the first episodes that you're going to see with E&E Boxing Podcast. We're not new to talking shit about boxing, but all this podcast is all trial and error, and we're going to have some good content for you, some raw content. So stay tuned. But right now we're talking about Riyadh season. There's some big fights coming up this weekend. We got the heavyweight Dubois got sick too.
Man.
He got sick too.
I know, and I was really looking forward to him and Parker.
Oh,
because Dubois, man, I like the kid. He gets there. He's been down. He comes back up and rises. He got that Rocky Balboa story, if you want to say, really? But heavyweight style. So, man, I like the fact that he's young. He's never given up. Because I saw when he first had probably one of his big chances, mm-hmm. Joyce. Joyce just kept going at him. As they say, the juggernaut jabbed him till, he couldn't go no more because he had that injury in his eye. But that would be something that for some other fighters might be it. But he came back and he knocked out Joyce.
Look who stepped in and took over.
Ooh, one of your favorites. Favorite.
Yes. Big Martin Bakole is a fucking problem for everybody. And Today, he got on the scale when he arrived in Saudi Arabia, and he was 315 pounds.
But he's lean.
I don't know. He looked good though.
He did. I see him. He looked like he having the time of his life.
I wonder how much they're paying Bakole. Whatever they're paying is worth going over there, and he was in training camp. See, that's another reason. That's another example of being ready, so you don't have to get ready. And 2-day notice. This has to be like the first time in years where a fighter at this magnitude, at this level of competition, has taken a fight with only 2-day notice.
That is wild. That is wild. I remember the Andy Ruiz situation because of Jerry Romero, but Andy Ruiz had a little more time. Yeah. But same thing, he was still ready.
Was that Ruiz?
Mm-hmm. Because Miller had that issue with the doping allegations. Because Joshua came here to the States.
That's right.
His first U.S.
fight. Yeah, in New York City. Mm-hmm. Wow, Ruiz, that's right. That was the biggest upset.
Mm-hmm. And Ruiz made history being the first Mexican heavyweight.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna talk about my heavyweight Mexicano heavyweight, but yeah, he was the first to win the title. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if he'll win it again. But Bakole is in the driver's seat. He has nothing to lose. He's already won. I'm sure they paid the Sheik paid him a whole lot of money to come over the last minute. Mm-hmm. So how could you lose making life-changing money, doing something that you love? And look, this will be an upset. I think he's gonna knock Parker out. 2-day notice.
Be the first to do it.
He hasn't been knocked out?
I believe he hasn't. He's been knocked down several times, but he hasn't been stopped.
Really?
Yeah. Parker's nice too.
Man, Parker
he gets in there, he moves. He got some talent to him. I've been following him for a while.
I don't see him beating Bakole. Bakole is bigger, stronger, but
I do like Bakole.
The question is, where is his conditioning going to be? I don't know. They said he'd been training for 8 weeks, so I like Bakole.
UK, right?
No, he was in. He trains in. I think in Scotland.
Okay.
With Coach Billy.
Oh, okay.
And I've talked to him a couple of times, and when I looked on the thing, they were training. So I don't see Bakole.
Your fellow mates, 13 round.
Yeah.
Shout out to 13 round out in Manchester.
Absolutely.
They were interviewing him, and I seen they were like just what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Man, things are lining up for the guy, for Bakole. I really do think he gonna shift the heavyweight movement.
Yeah, he's already shifted the heavyweight movement by beating
youngster
Anderson. This is another, like what they would call phenomenal. This is like something that doesn't really happen all the time, but it happens. And to happen at this magnitude, at this level, and bringing a guy like Bakole, that to me is the main event.
True.
And
it's a great story.
Bakole, I'm still coming for you. I still want to be a part of that team. Tomorrow night, go in there and beat Parker's ass. They say you're not going to do it because you only had 2 days notice, but I'm taking big bad Bakole.
I believe he will.
And we sipping a little orange juice and orange juice.
Yeah. Man, you saw the standing ovation he received when he went back.
Bakole?
To his homeland, to his country. You imagine him coming back with a title? Well,
he had some belts. They were not like world title belts, but he had a belt, 2 belts from Anderson. But it's an honor to be celebrated by your countrymen. And
just like Pacquiao always got that.
Yeah.
He went back to the Philippines.
Oh man, I couldn't imagine I don't know what the money turnaround is in the Congo, but I think Bakole's doing some good things over there with his money. I think he's building something.
A lot of people in Africa, sports-wise, do a lot of good things to give back to their community. A lot of the soccer players, they spend a lot of their their earnings in building back their towns with schools, water, things like that. So they're very good people with Homeland.
So well appreciated champion. Mm-hmm. So what's the next fight? What about?
The other one that I like, Bivol and Bitterbiv.
That's the main event, right?
That's the main event. It's man, it was blockbuster the first fight.
Yeah.
A lot of people, had left with, bad foul in their mouth after, a lot of people were saying Bivol should have got it. To me, it was 50-50. Could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way. There were a couple swing rounds in there because Bivol started strong, but then he faded away the second half of the round.
Yeah. I like Benavidez. That's his name, right? Benavidez?
I believe so. Bitterviv. Or
He. I think this fight, he's going to put a lot more pressure.
And they know each other. That's why you don't see any animosity.
Well, they
or
respect each other.
Because I've heard that they played sports together.
Really?
Just like little kick around on their off. So they're boys, but they know that fighting each other is good business, though. They understand the business.
Yeah. I like Benavidez. I think he's gonna knock Bivol out.
Could very well. Yeah. We see how Bivol comes in this fight. I think people are more wondering how Bivol is going to come in this fight than more how Arthur is.
Yeah. I agree with you. What about Virgil?
Virgil Ortiz and Israel Madrimov? That's hard to pick right there on that one for me.
I think you're a Virgil fan.
I haven't watched him enough, but he reminds me a little bit of Munguia.
Munguia is okay.
He reminds me a little bit. Israel did good with if I'm not mistaken, he's the one that fought Crawford at 154, right? When Crawford did his first 154 fight.
Yes, yeah. That's the guy. He a monster. He could box.
Yeah.
And he could punch.
I'm telling you, man, there's these new generation of Eastern Europeans.
They could box. So how is a guy like Ortiz, who comes forward, he's not going to be able to, unless he cuts the ring off, he in for a boxing match and a punching. This guy could box and he could punch, and he's been in the ring with the pound per pound, I would say
Crawford.
top two, Crawford. And I don't know. I'm gonna take the European guy. I don't see Ortiz being athletic enough to beat him.
You know what? I'm a side with you on this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. And then with the first heavyweight fight that we got, Big Zhang, man, I feel like Big Zhang has done enough for a title shot as well.
He also got stopped. Did Parker stop him?
He didn't stop him, but he lost the decision. He lost the fight to a decision.
Did Parker knock him down?
No, Zhang, if I'm not mistaken, knocked him down in the second half of the fight, or maybe first half. I can't remember. It was quite a while ago. But Parker ended up taking that one.
He's also close to 300 pounds.
Yeah, that's a big boy too.
So
I like Big Zhang though. When
I
he came
like
into the scene.
Did you meet him in New York?
No.
Yeah, he was sitting right now. I met him in New York. He big. But I don't know. I would like my heavyweights that big under 290.
Around this 280, 270.
275.
270 seems like a good cushion
280,
weight.
275 is like monster. That's like ripped to the bone. That big, but we're going to see because that's a lot of weight to carry.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of weight to carry. It's like a NFL offensive lineman. So this is a different type of recovery for his muscles. So we'll see. I like the underdog. I don't know much about that kid. But
I don't know much about him either. I seen him before, but I just can't remember on what card, and I can't remember with who. But I do think, like Big Zhang said in the press conference, I do think he may knock him out.
Zhang was talking shit?
Yeah, Zhang picking up on some English. He said at the end of his thing, "No Diddy," because I'm a bang you, no Diddy.
No, he did.
Yeah, he's picking up on the culture, man.
Lord have mercy. Big Zhang, do your thing, man. But this is probably the best boxing card in a long time for Riyadh. I'm always gonna say that I'm a pioneer because we opened up Riyadh season. Like 2019. He was the first ones to fight there.
Who was Turk still? Was Turk around already, or was it somebody else behind the scene for the sports?
I don't remember.
It was just also new.
I just remember being in Saudi Arabia, and it's like wasn't what the media said. I had a great time.
Oh yeah, it's always, the media always messes everything up, man. Man, I like to go to one of their events.
Yeah.
Why? Because man, it's like for a hardcore boxing fan, not the casuals, but for a hardcore boxing fan, it's like a carnival or a fair because they be flying in or inviting in so many high-profile fighters from the past and current.
Yeah.
So and then they make so many events while it's going on that I like to go to one.
I didn't do a whole lot when I was there. I did some walking, some working out. I ate really good.
Oh, I bet.
And
was there more local food or was it more tourist based? Because when I was in Dubai, I felt it was hard for me to find some local
like
Emirati food.
We had everything. I don't know, like I don't really eat. Like I just do the basics.
I like
we had eggs, we had chicken. We had. I tell you what I did. Like I had Cornish hens. We call them Cornish hens, but they was serving us. They said, "You want the chicken?" I said, "Yeah." So they sent the whole thing. It was about big as my palm of my hand. But I went to buy chicken.
It was GMO. I mean, the non-GMO.
Non-GMO. No, seriously. So you say that. I went to the store to buy chicken because I was going to cook. Right. I got to the store and I said, "Do you have chicken?" He's like, "Yeah, those are chicken." I said, "No, those are Cornish hens." He's like, "No, they're chicken." I said, "No, that's too small." He's like, "That's chicken." He says, "You have different chicken. You have super chicken in the United States."
Super chicken.
Me and the man was mad at me.
I believe it.
He said, "You got super chicken." I was like, he said, "That's a whole chicken." It fit in the palm of my hand. I bought like 6 of them.
That's crazy. And I believe you too because every time we go to Latin America, I see the turkey legs and stuff like that. Turkey legs like this, chicken wings like that. You go to the fair, the carnivals here, and you ask for a turkey leg, that bad boy like that.
Yeah, I'm not eating that shit. I'm done with that.
My dad used to work at a chicken plant back in town in North Carolina, and he showed me the food that they feed the chickens for them to get all big, and I'm like, man.
Yeah, chicken is really the worst. I know we ain't talking about boxing. We're talking about food for boxers. Chicken is really not the greatest protein, but if you get it organic, you can eat it. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to some good fights, man, and hopefully we'll get some victories that we picked. I do believe that my boy Bakole gonna win, and then I like the underdog with Zhang. I'm gonna take that underdog. I like. Who's the other guy? I like.
Israel Madrivov, the Eastern European, the one fighting Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah. I like Majumar. I like Majumar for that.
I like him too. Yeah, Carlos Adames is fighting as well.
He's he got a hell of a fight on his hands. That kid from 154. I don't remember his name, but he's good. What's his name?
Hamza Shiraz.
Shiraz. Yeah, he's been winning. He's been beating people, and he's tall, and he could box, and he could punch. So we're gonna be in for some good fights on Saturday night.
Then the opener is gonna be Joshua and Smith, Callum Smith.
Those are British guys. That's a British. They will sell out their arenas in the UK. O2.
Yeah, the O2. Yeah.
So this will be the clash of the Brits.
They're going for the lightweight WBO interim title. Man, I feel like that's a problem with boxing. There has too many interim titles.
Well, because everybody want to make some money.
Yeah, that's true. And
that's true because
each organization wants a cut of every champion. So the more belts they got, the more cuts they man.
See, those are things that people don't know. They don't understand. Like when you win a belt,
the taxes or whatever, the fee you have to pay for having the belt.
Yeah. So you gotta have a belt, but you gotta pay that money too.
Yeah, so. The belt can give you the status, but then at the same time you gotta pay your dues. But it's just like anything.
All right, so that's our Riyadh season for mañana, for tomorrow. And hopefully we'll get some great fights. You'll get to see some great fights, and we'll make some more good content for E&E Boxing Podcast, soon to be one of the best in the land.
This is only the beginning. We want to see where we get to at the end of the year, but we're going to make it.
At the top. And we drink a little champagne here too.